So far, I have covered the seven operators: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, exponentiation, and floor division. Now, I'm going to start with inbuilt functions. Some inbuilt functions. There are already pre-built functions in Python libraries. Python understands them automatically. So I'm just going to start with a few. Let's delete this. Length as an inbuilt function. If I type length in parentheses, I give my name, Shivani, and I run this command. It's giving me the length as 7. There are 7 characters in the name and in the word that has been given under the parentheses. Shivani, Shivani 7. Similarly, I can check the length of any string data, any alphabetic data. This is the tutorial of Python 31. Now it is counting the spaces, the space between this and is between the and tutorial. It's counting it as well, 1 unit, and this full stop also as a counting the full stop as in character. Suppose I'm decreasing this now. I write length. It's a pre. It's an inbuilt function. Happy birthday 14. And if I say length of the difference is that I have given extra space in happy and birthday here than this. So this count all the character space between these parentheses is counted under by the length function. There is one more function as input function. How do we write this? Let's suppose I'm taking a value of x. I'm assigning variable x input under the parentheses. Enter name. Enter name. I'm running this command. So I'm getting a fill in the blank kind of form. Here I can write any data, Shivani. But now I don't have to run the command. I have to simply run it by enter. I need to give some space, Shivani, enter like this. Or instead of giving space here, we can give space right here. Name as this. So it will be giving us a bit of spacing like this. And now enter. Simply. Now let's try putting input as some alphabet and assigning an alphabet some numeric value. A equals to input number. I'm taking number 1. Number A, let's consider it number A. A. The value, sorry, forgot to mention the parentheses over here. Number A space. Now I'll run this command. Next, without filling up this form, I'm moving on to the next. I'm assigning B input parentheses number B space run. It won't run unless I fill this number A value with some value. So I'm assigning number A as value 9, and then I'm pressing enter. It's running. Now the next command is has automatically run. Number B, I'm giving value as 5. Now if I want to add number A and number B, I can simply write A plus B, but just focus on the answer, what result it's showing us. 95, or it has joined the number 95. 9 plus 5 is not 95. It has just attached the two numbers together like terms happy birthday 95. This thing is called concatenation, in which we join two string data. So basically, characters defined under these comma parentheses are string. Basic strings are alphabetic values or characters values. Any word character with alphabets is string data, and even if we define a numeric number under parentheses, it becomes string. So there's a method by which we can check this as well. By type, I'm asking the system, the Python, with Python, what is the type of A? This. Well, this is numerical. It should answer us as a float or an integer as a whole number. Let's see what answer it is giving to us. String. But 9, being the value 9, is not a word, is not a character. Why is it showing us as string? The reason for this is that we have defined it under a parenthesis, that number A is under parentheses. It's a string type of data. If I put A equals to input enter word, I'm typing happy, and I'm assigning B as input enter word birthday, and now I'm saying A plus B. It's saying happy birthday, but there's no spacing in between here. The reason for that is because we have defined it A plus B. There is no spacing between this. So if we have to give space, we have to either give space like either here in the words, or we can give it with a print statement. Print A plus B. If I write happy plus birthday, it is throwing us an error, because whenever we have to define any alphabetic word character words, it is kind of string data, we have to define it under parentheses. I'll write this in a new line. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. If I want to give some spacing, the spacing has to be between the parentheses again. Let's take more example for concatenation. I'm defining string 1 as under parentheses corona, string 2 str2 under parentheses virus, and I'm defining str string equals to str1 plus str2. Now I'm running this command and I'm calling for string str, which is coronavirus. It's adding it. If we want some spacing, we can just add space right here, run it again, spacing. It has to be under parentheses for concatenation. So if we want to check a type of number, an integer, and now I'm typing 25. Type of what is the type of 25? Integer. It's an integer value. Type of 5.5. 5.5. Under bracket it will be, but parentheses will not be there because it's a numeric value. Float. And if I give the same value as type and parentheses as 25, it is showing us string data because the computer, the system, the Python takes this under parentheses characters as string type of data. And if I have to English, it's a string type of data. I can use the assigning method as well. Suppose I'm defining k equals to 10. I run this command and I want to know what is the type of k. Now, whatever the value has been assigned in the k, it will directly be showing us integer. K is an integer value. Now I'm assigning k equals to under parentheses 5. And I'm running this and I'm asking the system what is the type of k. Again, it is string because now it has been defined into parentheses. And again, Python runs line by line. So it did not take the value of k 10 in the 48 line. It took the line, the latest one. So it forgot what it was told earlier, what command earlier was taken. It forgot that. What is the latest information? It is remembering that. I have given just an example, but in case if we are working any complex coding further, we try not to give similar names to any command because it might create confusion and it might we might end up working a lot to find the error in that case. So it is better to assign different names. Now I'm saying q equals to hello, and I'm asking what is the type of type q. When I am assigning a variable anything and I'm asking the type of variable, I don't have to mention any kind of parentheses because if I do define any parentheses, it will become a definition here. I don't have to do that. That's not needed. A value has been assigned to the variable q and I'm asking system what is the value of q. Sorry, the type of q. It's a string type of data.